All right, welcome everyone. Today we're going to cover mortgage protection campaign. We're going to talk about what is mortgage protection, why most people need it, what does it cover against, why are we selling mortgage protection, how the campaign actually works. We're going to talk about the sales process and scripts for the bulk of this video. What is mortgage protection? It helps families keep their home in the event of death, sickness, injury, or unemployment. And basically what it is, it's a combination of life insurance plus disability plus the option of adding unemployment coverage. There is a high acceptance rate. We can cover anyone with any medical conditions. And then you have flexible options to choose from. If somebody's life insurance is too high, you can just offer disability. One of the things I want to emphasize is that this is not PMI coverage. So some prospects are confusing mortgage protection with PMI. PMI is for borrowers who put less than 20% down payment on their loan. And so the bank is actually buying this coverage or forcing them to buy coverage to protect the bank from the borrower's default. It is not mortgage protection. Mortgage protection is life insurance or disability insurance that homeowner actually buys it directly and it protects the family. That's mortgage protection. So these are the three elements. We're going to have separate videos for these elements. Obviously life coverage. Don't need to explain that. Hopefully everyone knows how life works. Living benefits, hopefully everyone knows that as well. In the event that you have a critical illness or terminal illness or chronic illness, you can pull money out of the death benefit while you're still alive. You can offer mortgage protection for either lower or higher amount of the mortgage. You can offer it in term, which also offer living benefits, if you didn't know. Or you can offer permanent with tax-free cash value buildup, or you can do a combination of both. The next module is disability. Disability is super important for pretty much anyone, especially one income household. Most experienced financial planners will lead with a disability coverage. The reason for that is, think about it, if you're a young family, you have plans to grow and save money and invest to reach your goals. If you get sick or disabled, you won't have income to accomplish your life goals, right? So you start off with protecting your income, is another way to look at it. It's mainly good fit for people under age 60. If you go with $2,000 and below, it's a simple underwriting. Don't have to prove your income. We can play with the elimination period and the benefit period to save on premium cost. Some of your clients may say, hey, I already have a disability through my employer. That's a great selling point actually, because the group disability plans usually are limited to either minimum wage or say up to $1,000 a month or very, very low benefit amount. So if somebody's earning say $90,000 a year and all of a sudden they get sick or disabled, now they have to live off of very basic group benefit. In addition, group disability coverage will be taxable because it's a pre-tax money. Now, with personal private disability coverage, premiums are being paid with after-tax dollars, right? So that means that the benefit is tax-free and we can also cover for a much higher amount. Well, the next module is unemployment. Private unemployment insurance is an insurance to supplement income for unemployment. So if you get laid off because of merge, acquisitions, whatever reason, supplemental unemployment benefit will pay you the difference between unemployment that you're on and a specified benefit amount. Moving on, why are we selling mortgage protection in the first place? So first and foremost, we help families keep their home in the event of crisis. So if you can help families while you creating income for yourself, that's a win-win situation. The target market is the second reason. These are people that just bought a house, they have good credit, they have a job, sometimes two, in most cases discretionary income. So these are the people we want to talk to. The next reason is that multi-product sales. You have more tools in your toolbox to be able to help clients. The next reason is a door opener to household relationships and additional future business. some of these clients will stay your clients for years. If you do your job right and you follow up with them every now and then and they like you, you're going to get more business. The next reason, it's done in virtual environments. You can work from anywhere. If you want to work from home, or if you stay-at-home mom or stay-at-home dad. The last reason, it's super predictable and measurable. So for every hour you're on the phone, you will be getting quote requests. So it makes things very easy to predict what your pipeline would look like. New agents right off the bat are scheduling 1 quote request per hour, and more experienced agents are getting 2 and even 3 quote requests per hour. Moving on. So the sales cycle we are working with is we are going to obtain data from mortgage companies for you guys. You'll call to offer protections, you'll prepare, present quotes. It's a sales cycle like any other product and service that is out there. Next, one of the major advantages of this outbound campaign is that it is warm outbound calls. So if you're afraid of cold calling, this hopefully put your mind at ease. Our arrangements with lenders to provide us with accurate data, which includes the lender name, loan amount, and date, warms the initial call significantly. I'm going to touch on that in the next slides. So to reach our goals, we need to get in the door. To get in the door, we must let the caller know that we're familiar with their situation by naming the lender they just took a loan with and the loan date, right? So it's going to sound something like, "Hey Joe, my name is Chris. I'm calling about the Bank of America mortgage you took in April." Naming the lender and loan date on the first sentence will allow you to get in the door very effectively. So you want to make sure you are dropping the name of the lender and date right off the bat. Next, we need to educate them on what mortgage protection is, and then we need to sell the benefits. So here's how it sounds. "Hey Joe, my name is Chris. I'm calling about the Bank of America mortgage you took in April. The reason I'm calling is to let you know that you are eligible for mortgage protection coverage. Mortgage protection will pay off your loan completely in the event that you or your spouse pass prematurely, and it will also make your payments if you get sick, injured, or become unemployed. Can we go ahead and send you some quotes?" That's it. That's all you need to do. Now, if they're on the fence, you can follow up with something like, "Joe, these are main reasons why American families lose their home. Now, this simple coverage will eliminate these risks, and we can insure anyone with any medical conditions." If they already have coverage, I would go the extra mile and say, "Hey, just because we work with all the major carriers in the US, we can shop around for a better price for you. Sometimes I'll find better product like living benefits. It will make better sense for you and your family to have. So do you mind if I ask you a couple of quick questions about your existing policy?" That's pretty much it. We want to explain them what it is. We want to explain them how they and their family can benefit from it and move forward to gather information. All right, so now let's talk about gathering information. We want to make this as quick and painless for them. We don't want to ask them about all the medications they're taking and how to spell the medication's name at this point. This is just a high level just to understand what their health situation is. So what I usually lead with, is your email. We don't have your email. Can I grab that? Being able to text a prospect is crucial. So you want to make sure we have the cell phone number. I usually ask for spouse, usually turning 1 policy or 1 quote into 2. We want to ask about occupation, trying to find out the risk classifications. The next thing that we have is date of birth. If they don't want to share the full date of birth, it's fine. Just have them say month and year or just the age. We want to know the gender. We want to know height and weight to see if it's out of whack, tobacco usage, and major medical like the knockout questions like HIV, cancer, heart issues, stroke, dementia, COPD. These are major issues that most carriers will decline automatically. So we want to know just if we're dealing with such case. That way we'll know not to spend the time on illustrations and just go with guaranteed issue. And then lastly, the prescriptions, so we want to know what they're taking and what is it for. We don't really need the exact name or dosage. At this point, we just need to have a high-level understanding of their health situation. If they're diabetic, we want to obtain the proposed insured A1C number. A1C measures the sugar levels in the blood. So usually most diabetic people will know what's their A1C number. That's pretty much it. And then move on The next thing we want to focus on is scheduling a follow-up. This is super important. The follow-up that you'll be doing with them is when you'll ask the business. So scheduling your next call now will position you to succeed with this lead significantly. You can say, hey Joe, we're independent, so we'll shop around to get the biggest bang for your buck. Now, once I identify the right carrier for you, I'll prepare your quotes. Usually it takes about an hour or so. Then we'll just get together and I'll need about 15 to 20 minutes to go over it all with you. We can do it over a phone call, over a webinar. So what's a good day and time that we can do that? If they're not sure, you can always say, hey, you know what? Looks like I have Tuesday morning or Wednesday afternoon. Usually when we give options to people, they tend to pick, so you say, oh, I guess Tuesday afternoon works better. You can just pencil it in. And then you want to say, I will send you an invite. Please accept it. I want to make sure we're taking full advantage of this time together. So make a big deal out of it. We may have some people that, will won't commit to giving you that dedicated time, and they'll just say, oh, what, just send me the info. I'll take a look at it and, I'll give you a call. You can respond with something like, hey, what, my experience is that this information usually just get buried under a stack of paper or emails, and it doesn't do either one of us any good. Setting up a call and looking at all these options will allow us to truly understand what's a great fit for you and your family. It's going to be quick and painless. I'm just going to review all the options with you. I'm going to go over some really useful information like living benefits carriers are now offering. So understand if your schedule is busy, this will be time well spent. How about Tuesday morning or Wednesday afternoon? Which one works better for you? And as I mentioned earlier, we're going to have a separate video for the follow-up call. All right, now the illustration, you'll be working with your manager and preparing the illustrations during your first month. After that, you'll be able to run illustrations on your own. You can discuss cases with your manager, peers, and always utilize sales support. Meritas has put together an awesome team for us. Their number is 800-319-6903. They're open Monday through Friday during business hours. Please be mindful when you're using them. It's a small team. They are there to help us as an agency. So please be nice to these people. They're working very hard. And as I mentioned, how to prepare an illustration, present, and apply all that, separate videos for that. So watch those videos. The next thing is if you get a sour apple and they say, hey, I'm on a do not call list, we scrub against the do not call list, so they're probably not on the do not call list, but I wouldn't argue with them. I would just say, you know what, ma'am, I'm sorry if you added your number to the do not call list. I'll go ahead and put you on our do not call list so you won't get this phone call again, and move on. If they still insist and they want to talk to a manager, definitely by all means take their name and number and have a manager call. And that's pretty much it. If you have any questions, concerns, suggestions, I love suggestions. I love to grow and improve. So if you have any ideas on how we can make this campaign better, I want to hear. My email and phone number is right there, 512-686-6263. Feel free to send me a text or shoot me an email. My email is 1-800-ROTAM@gmail.com. I really appreciate the time you took to learn about this mortgage campaign, and I do encourage you to watch any related videos and scripts. That is all I have for you today. Thank you. Goodbye.